That's a tie, it doesn't prevail. So that's why I second Mr. Kubar's motion. Now listen to further discussion on that, but I'm inclined to stand with Mr. Kubar's motion. Thank you.
Attorney Feldman, to Councilman Bradford's point, the administration distributed the minutes of the meeting to clarify the record. So the question that I would have is council directed to just consider the transcript that was provided initially, or are the minutes now part of the record?
A review on the record is intended to refer to the merits of the appeal. From a procedural standpoint, under the Open Meetings Act, which is state law, the minutes of that board are what's controlling in terms of what the vote was. Not what you read in the transcript, but the minutes. Just like the minutes of a meeting of this council is what controls in terms of what was the action of this council. Not the videotape, but the minutes that are prepared by the city secretary. So it's the same for the automotive board. Without question, the minutes, council has every right to take notice of those minutes because under state law they control in terms of what the decision was. You look to the record, the transcript, to make a determination on the merits as to whether or not you agree with that decision of the board.
Okay. We're getting back to discussion on the Councilman Kubar's motion. Councilman Costello.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. I'd like to direct my question to Councilor. Mr. Feldman, what happens if Councilmember Kubar's vote is affirmative and we deny this? What goes on after this?
And this enterprise will be able to continue to conduct business as they have, which is a violation of our ordinances with respect to storage laws.
So there's no additional process and procedure that goes on, is that correct?
No, sir, except that they would come up for a permit again at some point in time down the road.
Thank you.
Councilor Pennington.
Thank you. Again, to Mr. Feldman, the transcript, I think you correctly described it. The minutes of the board would be maybe reflecting the vote would be like the judge's final order announcing what the judgment was in the case based upon the testimony that was given in the transcript, right? So it's not unusual to have separate documents as part of the matter that the appellate court or whatever, or us, can consider for a situation.
That's a perfect analogy.
Thank you.
Councilor Green.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I guess my question is directed to the district councilman, Councilmember Wynn in this instance, with regard to this particular property. Are you comfortable that this property is in compliance, or what's the status of this? Because accordingly, the violations here seem to be some sort of blighted, using it as a storage lot, what have you. So do we know what the status is of that?
Attorney Feldman wants to speak.
I'm sorry, that would be a discussion that goes outside the record. And by your own rules of procedure, which this council adopted, you are limited to making a decision regarding the merits based on the record.
And while I understand that, for me, I'm sure somewhere in that transcript there was some discussion about the condition of the premises.
I understand and respect that.
And that's my question is regarding.
It's kind of like a court going outside, another court going outside the record.
Okay, well, let me rephrase the question. What specifically does it say in the record that deals with the conditions of the premises?
Well, if you review the record, there's ample testimony that it was being used as a storage lot when it wasn't supposed to be used as a storage lot. That really was the key issue.
Okay, so it was used, it wasn't actually, there was no testimony that talked about the actual appearance or
No, I think there was some testimony along those lines, but it related primarily to whether or not it was being used as a storage lot. There was testimony about the appearance of the premises, yes.
And has the district council member had an opportunity to review the record?
Everybody.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wayne, Councilmember Wayne, you had an opportunity to review the transcript.
Yes, I have. But I not in full details. It's a long transcript.
How do you got time to just kind of get your thoughts on this?
Well, I'm gonna,
Since it is in your
we think that this property is actually in District J, not District F.
Oh, it's in
So I'm gonna defer it to City Attorney.
Councilmember, just a reminder, we're focusing right now on Councilmember Kubosh's motion already that's on the floor, so we've got to dispose of that first, and we're talking specifically that. Councilmember Green, anything right now?
No, but I would want to hear from the district attorney. Thank you.
Councilmember Kubosh.
I'll address what the record said about the condition of the property. It's in good, it looks good, it's a good looking building, it says, everything is fine. It's actually an automobile repair shop, and where the storage lot thing comes up is that when somebody leaves their car there for an extended period of time, they add the tow charges on it, and it's posted in their offices. They're not in violation of state law for doing that, but they're in violation of the city ordinance for doing that. Now, if we put this guy out of business and give him a death sentence, then he's not going to be able to do what his attorney said he would do. The attorney said he would refund any and all fees, storage fees that have been charged, and he has already given some back according to this the testimony.
My colleague, you.
Okay.
I guess my concern is that, being in the neighborhood, we've seen instances where folks come in, they bring their cars, leave them there in storage, and it becomes an eyesore to the neighborhood. It becomes blighted. It becomes situations where it becomes a storage lot. And I guess for me, I don't want to override something that a board did.
Councilman, that's not where this came from. This came from insurance companies making complaints. This came from insurance company people making complaints. Didn't come from the neighborhood. It came from insurance company adjusters making these complaints in the city. I'm telling you, if the property is not a storage blighted area lot, it is a business that puts the cars to the back. From what the testimony says, it's a good looking building. I hope you don't put the guy out of business. I don't know how he's going to pay this if he does. And I know that the transcript is certified. I don't know if the minutes were ever approved and if they were certified or not. Thank you.
Councilmember Starling.
Was there any other evidence presented as far as photos or anything that we're not benefiting from at this point to make a decision?
Not in the record, not anything that we have available. Attorney
Well,
Feldman.
whether it's available or not, was it presented?
Councilmember Starling, if you pause, I'm trying to get you an answer. Okay?
Council member, as far as I know, you've been presented with the entire record, including exhibit. As far as I know,